Marcellus, what was the message kind of, I guess, in the locker room after this game? It's a tough one to take, but what was the message to you guys?
I mean, we've seen a lot of improvements in our team. Looking at what we put on the field this week, obviously there's still a lot of areas to improve, and we got to find a way to make plays and win at the end. That was the biggest point there.
What did the change to Curry bring to the offense?
I mean, I think you guys see it. He's a very dynamic guy. He makes plays when we need him to, and he's done a great job the last week commanding the offense and leading us.
RJ had a really big thing, kind of got back to where he was a few weeks ago, running the football. How much of that was a sense of what you guys wanted to do as an offensive line to kind of get those holes for him so he can really find something else?
Yeah, I mean, our biggest goal every week is to run the football. When you run the football, it opens up everything else. So I know he feels, I mean, no one feels good after this loss, but being able to get back to where he was, being able to run the ball successfully, is definitely a bonus. Like I said, we improved in some areas, but we still got some work again.
Another game with opportunity here. What's most frustrating about knowing you couldn't close it out here and win on the road?
I mean, I think it's just that in itself, not being able to put it away there at the end when we had it. Truly is just a disappointing feeling, but it's one that we got to clear because we got another opportunity coming up this week.
Marcellus, how important is it for the leaders like yourself to keep this locker room together? You know, it's a tough loss, and you guys are on a 4-game losing streak. What is it to keep these guys motivated so it's not you see the locker room fracture?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is our slogan for this year is toughen together, and just keeping everyone committed to that. We stay together through the ups, through the downs, and at the end of the day, we got to learn from this together and just truly lean on each other and pick it up. Because like I said, there's a lot of things that we did better this week, but we just got to keep improving and seize the moment when we get the next opportunity.
Coaches talked about you faced adversity this season and see how you react. Do you feel like you reacted a little bit better in the midst of a 3-game losing streak tonight to put yourself in a position to win?
Yeah, I mean, coming on the road, playing a top 10 team at their house, there's a lot of adversity that comes with that. But at the end of the day, you got to keep learning from it. We have, like you said, we faced some adversity so far this season, and it's never easy to kind of eat a loss. But we talked about it in the locker room. We're going to get back and get back in the building tomorrow and get better.
You guys feel like you could take something from this loss and spin it next week going into facing BYU at home?
I think our execution, like I said, we made some leaps and bounds in some areas. So just kind of piggybacking off of that and carrying that into what it is that we're going to continue to do as we look to move through the rest of the season.
What more do you think needs to happen for this team to get over the hump?
The biggest thing is just the little details. It comes down to all of the things that a lot of people overlook, whether it's wearing the same shoes that everyone's supposed to be wearing, and then that translates onto the field, just little execution things that at the end of the day get you beat when you don't do it at a consistent level.
How you guys were able to get off early and get some points early, which is something you guys haven't been able to do. How much does that help you guys, give you a little bit of confidence when you were able to score early on, and especially in the red zone, an area where you guys are struggling a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that we emphasize that all week, coming out hot, being able to score touchdowns in the red zone. And like I said, I think those are a few areas that we definitely improved on, and that we're going to continue to build on. I think it definitely helps with the energy on the sideline, I mean, we've truly beat ourselves in that area in the past. If you look at our last 3 games, we've drove down the field on the opening drive and just not been able to finish it. Today, we were able to take that next step and put points on the board. Now we just got to put it all together.
What did you notice about field conditions? Guys were slipping a little bit.
It's just part of it. You got to know where you're coming to. The grass was a little high, footing was a little slippery in certain spots, but it's part of the game. Someone can't control, so just being able to play through it and just continue to do what was in front of us.
Caden came back, was able to play this week. How you went back to your normal slot? How does that kind of help you out a little bit? Do you, week and week, kind of moving around, is it a challenge for you to be able to do that?
I mean, yes and no. I've done it for a while now, so I'm really used to it. I've played. That's actually my final position I've started a game at. So I've started a game at all 5 positions on the offensive line, which isn't something that a lot of people have had the opportunity to do. And I kind of look at that as a benefit. But it's nice getting that core group of guys back in there and just being able to be on the same page and execute.
What was working so well that allowed RJ to get off to such a good start?
We talk about hats on hats, putting hats on hats and straining to finish. And I think we were challenged to do that before we went on the field, and I think we did that. Straining to finish our blocks. I mean, obviously there's areas that we need to continue to improve in, But at the end of the day, I think his stat line will show that we executed around the area a little bit better.
Can you take something from this, the idea that Iowa State had one of the top 5 defenses in the country, and you guys were able to score at least 30 points?
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, we improved in a lot of areas. We know what we got in the locker room. We've never doubted ourselves. It's just putting it all together and being able to execute when it counts.
4 straight though. You got to be over it.
I mean, yeah, but as a leader of the team, you just got to clear and move on to the next one. At the end of the day, if I sit here and we dwell on these 4, it'll continue to beat us. So we got to clear and keep moving.
You guys all set?
Yep.
Perfect.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Marcellus.